Little Boy Who Knits. It's been a couple of weeks since my last update, so I wanted to let you know how I was going. I haven't made as much progress as I might have liked, so mea culpa, all of that stuff. I've been working on the hats, so I'd obviously finished the small one 2 weeks ago, which is nice, and it's come out really, really beautiful. I've been working on the larger of the adult ones, which looked like it was going to be fine. Normally I do 5 repeats of the pattern around. You can see the repeats there, the kind of the wedges, but it's looking like this one is only going to need 4, and it's going to be quite large enough. So I'm probably going to finish this one hopefully in the next day or so, and then I'm going to try and scale the pattern down a bit. So instead of 64 stitches wide and short row up to 34, I'm going to do 56 wide and short row up to 30, and we'll see how that goes. Hopefully that'll be okay. Yeah, it's all experimentation at this point. I don't think I've ever done this pattern the same way twice, which, yeah, just says something for its flexibility. So I pulled out a couple of other works in progress, which are in the queue for me to talk about and hopefully finish. I also this week in the last fortnight, got a wool winder, a ball winder off eBay. I was expecting it to be about 60, 50 bucks. I got it for, I think it was 16, maybe 18 with postage, which was a terrifyingly good price. It seems to work. It's a plasticky one made in China, I think, all of that stuff, but it seems to be working really, really well. Yeah, I've really loved it. The first thing I did was pull out a ball of really beautiful rabbit yarn that I got from the Stitches and Craft show a couple of years ago, about 2.5 years ago now. And I used the start of the ball to make a hat for my fiance before he'd gone to England. And then it just shoved the rest of the ball into a bookshelf where it had been for over 2 years, including being discovered by the cat at one point, so it was a bit of a tangled mess. And so my fiance basically spent an evening, which he found very zen and really enjoyed, of straightening it out and untangling it. It turned out that the ball was actually in 3 different pieces, so he's now wound it into 3 beautiful center pull balls, which I will eventually, once I've finished some of the whips that I have on the go at the moment, turn into something beautiful. I also got excited one night and frogged this fluorescent kind of neon blue crochet project that was going to be a giant squid. There's a long story there, and then pulled it apart, turned it into a ball of like beautiful center pull ball on my new wool winder, and then realized that I probably should have saved it for this and done a vlog post on it. So you don't get to see that because I've already done it. So I have frogged something this week, which is one fewer work in progress to worry about. I have a couple of things in the queue for when I finish these hats, so I've got one more of these hats to do, and then I've got a baby jacket, which is from the really amazing baby jacket pattern, the name of which escapes me, but it's all done in on wide needles, and you kind of make this oddly shaped thing that you then fold and it turns into a jacket. And I bought the book, which is incredible and well worth your money, but I'll talk about that in a future episode. And this beautiful shawl pattern, which is lace knitting, which I was really into when I first got it, and then when I first started it, and then since I have kind of lost the energy, which is unsurprising because lace knitting is awful. And I've always hated it, and I don't know why I started, but I'm far enough into this project now that I figure I should probably finish it. So one or other of those will be next up once I finish all 3 of these hats. I did put a post up or a project up on Ravelry about the hats, so if you see this and you're on Ravelry, please find me. I'm a boy who knits on Ravelry. I don't use it much because I don't know many people on Ravelry, so yeah, find me on there, friend me on there, and say hi. Obviously with YouTube, like and subscribe if you like or want. I never know with these things whether people actually want to watch or not. But yeah, so I'm currently working on these hats. I'm going to get them finished, and then I'll have a new episode, hopefully, or a new entry, hopefully in less than a fortnight. I've got a whole bunch of marking coming up at work, and so I'm probably going to need to knit quite a bit, mostly to deal with frustration. So yeah, so that's where we're at. Aside from that, everything is good. No real movement. Made some progress on a hat, which is nice. But I think my idea of finishing a work in progress every fortnight was crazy optimistic and is not going to happen. We'll see. So I've also organised around my house a stitch and bitch, which I'm hoping will become a regular thing with a bunch of friends. We're going to do an expedition to Young Glorious Yarn, which I spoke about in the last episode beforehand, and then it's a free-for-all. So we've got some knitters, some crocheters. My fiance is taking up or rediscovering lace making, bobbin lace, which he used to do years and years ago, and he's picking that back up again. And even some drawers, and I think possibly a couple of sewers as well. So it's going to be all different kinds of things. So hopefully I will film something when that happens. Yeah, looking at all the stuff that people are doing. Until then, I'm going to go and work on a hat. I'm nearly finished this 4th repeat, so this second hat is so close to being done, I can smell it. And until then, yeah, look after yourself. I'm a boy who knits, and I'll see you next time.